Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Town Council regular meeting on November 5th. If we can start with a pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 2, are there any visitors who wish to speak? All right. Item number 3, approval of minutes for the October 15th meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? All right. Dennis abstains. Item number 4, appointments or reappointments. We have none this morning. Item number 5, a tree warden update on Liberty Green, and Gary is here to speak to us. Hey, Gary, how are you doing?
Morning, everybody. Some of you may know we've been monitoring, Todd and I have been monitoring the trees on the town green. Most of them are sugar maples. Most of them were planted all about the same time, and they've been declining for years. We've already removed several. I've been watching one of them in particular, and I'm now worried that if we were to have a catastrophic failure with it, it would take out the statue, which is pretty significant of importance. So Todd, Abby, and myself met at the town green about a week ago and came up, we're all in agreement of reimagining the town green, taking down several trees, then coming up with a plan to replant, not with the same amount of trees, but replant it and make it space for Clinton. One idea is a town Christmas tree somewhere in the center, offset from the statue. That'll provide sustainability for the years because it won't be as dangerous to that statue. It's going to be a big change. People, you're going to get phone calls, and we want to make sure that you all realize that there is a plan, and that we don't love taking trees down and historical trees, but it's time. The one, especially that one, is in really, really bad shape. So that's about it. If you have any questions.
When do you plan on taking the tree down?
Gary's going to have to, we're going to have to post it, and then we'll take them down. It'll probably be sometime over the winter. That's generally when we try to do a lot of the tree work, in between, if we get snowstorms. We try to do it in between.
All right. Anyone else? Do you plan on replanting a significant number of trees? Not a significant number of trees, but those are such big trees.
Well, I don't think the plan is a significant number, but and the right species. Gary's got some ideas, and meeting with Abby and trying to plant some stuff that mixes versus all the same species and stuff like that.
So right tree, right place, sustainability, diversity. We don't want a monoculture. They all fail at the same time. We're in a situation we're in here. Some aesthetically pleasing trees, get some flowers on the town green. It's not that big a parcel of land, but we're going to have to make it look full, but also have it be that it's a space that people can use. And I'd never get to talk to you guys, so if you don't know, I'm the tree warden for the town. Every town has one. And I would like to commend the director, the program that we've instituted over the last maybe 10 years. Our town now, during high wind events, is one of the best towns on the shoreline. We have some of the fewest outages on the shoreline, and a lot of that goes to the director.
Okay. Any questions? No?
Thank you.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
You may have just jinxed yourself.
It's going to be windy tonight.
Big wins tonight.
Item number 6, Economic Development Coordinator update, and Alan is here to speak with us.
Great, thank you, Carrie. Good morning, town council members. Great to see you all, members of the public. Thank you for joining us today. I think I know most of you, but for those of you who don't know me, brief introduction. My name is Alan Felgate. Lived in town since 2008. I've got 2 kids in Clinton Public Schools. One is a sophomore at Morgan. One's in 6th grade at Elliott. Always have to stop to remember what year they're actually in. When I moved to town, I pretty quickly got involved in town activities. The first group I joined was the Bike and Pedestrian Alliance with Carrie, actually. Subsequently, I served on the Historic District Commission, Clinton Land Conservation Trust, and then in 2016 founded Clinton Sailing Club. And again, thank you for many of you for your support of that. We're coming on to our 10th year, and we taught over 1,000 kids and adults to sail. But Clinton's a great town, so I was so excited when this opportunity came up to to further serve the town and to work with many of you here today. So Michelle asked me to put some comments together. These are really the key areas that I'm working on in 19 and a half hours a week. As many of you know, there's so many things we can do to make our town even better than it is, but this is really the focus areas. So first of all, is the Connecticut Main Street Center Working Group. So we had an assessment from the Connecticut Main Street Center, which is a nonprofit organization that really focuses on downtowns. And they did an assessment, told us what we need to work on. It's a phased plan. But really the first thing to do is to get together a group to work on it. So our steering committee includes business owners, a couple members of the Economic Development Commission. By the way, I apologize in advance, there's a few acronyms in here to save space, but I'll explain them whenever necessary. And a few town leaders, including Michelle and Abby, our town planner. And our focus activities are putting together a downtown inventory, a wish list of businesses that we'd like to see there and that townspeople would like to see and other business owners would think would complement their own businesses. Working on our vacant storefront displays, which we don't have so many now. I'm going to address that later on, but I'm glad to say that we just really don't have as many as people often think we do. Public art program, disaster planning, which is crucial for downtown businesses because of our proximity to the Indian River and potential storm surge. Tracking impact data, and ultimately a marketing strategy. And again, we meet once a month, and I'm really happy to get such a great group together. Next, the Economic Development Commission. This is a volunteer organization of 8 members. And I've been in this role a little over 4 months now. But as of this summer, they were kind of in disarray. Like they did not have a leader. They were not fully staffed up. So I'm really pleased to say that now we have a leader in John May, who's been on the committee for a while, plus 3 new members: Nancy Adams, Antonella Bertucci, and Nikki Davis. I led forming subcommittees to really focus the team, and we've got the subcommittees are business retention and business expansion, which are really the core of economic development. Connecticut Main Street, which is the program I talked about above. Culture and women-owned businesses, plus liaisons to beautification, Parks and Rec, P&Z, and we've got an open spot for a liaison to the police commission, which I think is very important. And this is really just to help focus, guide the team. I think we all know the importance of volunteers, but volunteers often meet once a month, so you got to continue that momentum beyond those monthly meetings. And at our next meeting, it's a plan for next week, we'll be adopting and implementing the EDC work plan, which is put together with the guidance of Dale Krupp, who is our consultant economic development coordinator, who's trained me in this role, and has worked very closely with Michelle to come up with this plan. We've got a small business breakfast that we're in planning stages for early January 26th. This will be followed up by a women-owned business breakfast. But this is really to get resources out to small businesses, help them succeed, whether it's loans, disaster planning, et cetera. Business retention and outreach. So, honestly, it's hard to count all the new businesses that keep coming downtown. So, just since this summer, we've had CareVet open in the former CVS, the Crooked House, which is in Post Office Square. These next new businesses are so new that they don't even all have names yet. But I'm referring them to this, a 3D print shop, and this is a combination of service for 3D printing, and also I believe he is selling his own 3D objects in there. And this is next to the insurance company on Main Street. A pottery studio is coming in the former Bodycomber yoga space, and right next to them is another antique store. So this is great that we do have new businesses coming in. We have churn on Main Street, but I think these are all positive. And I really also want to point out Henry on Main / Cafe Nola I think you guys did a great job in approving that. Again, kudos to Michelle and Mary Beth Green with the library to bring that to fruition. But it's really a good, public-private partnership. It's become a community center in a short time, and if you haven't been in there yet, go check it out. It's just a great space. A huge win for the town. So I kind of tallied up, and this is not an exact count, but I think since I've been in the role, I've met with approximately 25 businesses, 10 nonprofits, 8 town officials, several of whom are in this room. Thanks, guys, for taking the call. Appreciate it. 2 real estate developers and 1 conference in New Haven. But this is a regular part of my job, like meeting with businesses. So again, if I welcome people coming to me, which is why I left my card with all of you today. Please refer people to me, because it's both a push and a pull. I reach out to people, but I want them to reach out to me too. And a quick update on the coffee break. So the Hangry Goose 2 is coming to town. I don't know if they'll actually call it that. They will call it the Hangry Goose something. But the Hangry Goose is located in Old Lyme. It's a successful restaurant today. It's run by a restaurateur family who also own the DJ's Restaurant and Pizzeria in Saybrook. So they know what they're doing. It's a successful formula. I'm in touch with the owner, really to welcome him to town, put him in touch with Abby to go through all the process, and they're projected to open in May, which is just great because the coffee break's an institution, and we're excited to have someone new come in. Okay, another project, one main project I'm working on is a business inventory development, and this is really a phased project. Someone asked me the other day, well, don't we already have that? No, we don't. So what I'm putting together is gathering data, first of all, whether it's lists of people from the EDC, the Chamber, Dale, our consultant economic development coordinator, or the assessor. Next phase, we'll be putting that together into a master list for easy access. And where I want to get it to is into a customer relationship management system. So you can kind of think of, you have a spreadsheet, we're all familiar with spreadsheets, but a more robust version of that is a database. And ultimately, you want to have it put into a system where you can track when you're contacting people, what their responses are, and why. So that's the goal. And then the other component of that is a data visualization piece. So you can see that. So you can click on a map and say, I want to search for coffee houses or nail salons or retail establishments or whatever. Last area is marketing promotion. So currently reviewing the town's social media presences, which are on Facebook and Instagram, plus the EDC website, which we're building out. I point you towards a great example. Just Google Say Old Saybrook, and Saybrook has a really great page, which we're looking closely at, as a model for us. And really the ultimate goal is to drive engagement with the town, because there's multiple ways that people can get in touch with us. People contact us all directly. They go to the town website, but we just want to make people feel part of the community, whether they're already in Clinton or they're considering moving to Clinton or relocating or starting a business here. And to do this, I recently met with Old Saybrook's economic development and communications director. They have very similar. I kind of got the feel from them, like they're a few years down the road from us, right? But I think that's a good goal to go to, and also planning to work with the Madison Chamber of Commerce to fill the gap left by the Clinton Chamber. I think we can all agree there are a few gaps there that we are trying to fill. That's it. I wanted to keep this within 10 minutes, allow time for questions, comments, but last of all, I just wanted to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to serve the town.
Thank you, Alan.
Thanks.
Alan, are you, do you know how many open storefronts we have at this point?
Just downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have the former Pat's Dry Cleaners. I think and besides that, I think we have one other. We have the Clinton Pizza place, and there might even be one more. There might not. So I'd say 2 or 3.
Yeah. And the Grand Pete's building. Probably.
And Grand Pete's, yeah, exactly. But so ideally, we get another restaurant in there, and then we have 3 restaurants downtown with Chips, Hangry Goose, and 4 actually.
Nada's. And Grand.
Yeah. So there you go. So there's actually about 30 restaurants in town, 5 of which will be downtown.
The other thing I keep telling Abby or anybody who will listen, I think something to think about is if we want people to walk around downtown, we need to have some sort of bathrooms. You know, even if it's porta potties, but like, you know, some place where they can go to the bathroom, you know.
So the library helped with that, because that's public access.
Yeah, and the restaurants too. I mean, if they're visiting restaurants, and all of those really, I mean, I've never gone into one of our local places where there's a sign that says restrooms are for only customers. I mean, I think people are more, you know, they don't really mind. There's a lot of bathrooms on the Main Street area, and remember, Town Hall is also available. You know, pretty much it's open Monday through Friday, and there's usually things going on here on the weekend as well. But that's something to, I could see. keep in
Just,
mind.
there's something to think about.
No, Chris, I mean, that's a great point. And actually, next time I meet with Abby every week, and I'll talk to her about it, see how other towns handle it, because I agree. It's, you know, it's not like Grandin Pizza wants to say, hey, you know, come use our restroom, but they'll let people go if they want. And it's how to manage that basic need.
Any other questions, comments?
Customer relationship management, CRM, and then you said it's going to be data visualization, so you can see like where there's a coffee shop. Is that going to be like a website for the public to see, or is that for use of the town manager's office or the town council?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, both. Exactly. So that would
And
be the
different levels of access depending upon who you are.
Correct, exactly. So the way I'd like this to go, and what we're doing is we're looking at reviewing several solutions now. Abby and I are working on this together and really want to figure out the best way to go. But ideally, you know, like you said, it would have access for people within town, which might have some more confidential information in it, and then a piece on the EDC website ultimately, or whatever, however we brand that for the public to look at.
That's good.
Yeah, and something that, you know, that we can manage also, where we're not locked into, you know, kind of like data loss if we change solutions, et cetera.
Yeah, do you have a software in mind?
Yeah, like and again, this is kind of moving target, Hank, so, you know, really welcome, you know, feedback or help with it, to be honest, you know, if people have the expertise. But there's a customer relationship management system called HubSpot, you know, which is free. We've used it for Clinton Sailing Club before. You know, on a basic level, we imported the grand list, and then, you know, from there, like, tracked when we sent invitations to people for events, et cetera. And so that could be a great solution. And then looking at the data visualization piece. It could, for example, integrate with our existing GIS system, but there are other solutions out there which might be more, you know, elegant, simple, easy to access.
Good, thanks.
Thanks.
Anyone else?
Thank you, Alan, for all your hard work on this. It's a
Yep,
great
thank you very much.
presentation.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Item number 7, Town Manager's Report.
Good morning, everyone. So first I want to start by saying that I accidentally left something off this agenda. So there was a request at a prior town council meeting to have a grant update from Human Services on the grants we received, the uses of them, and the benefits that they bring to the town. Kathy was supposed to, I apologize, it didn't get on the agenda, so she will be coming to one of the next few meetings. I have to check the agendas coming up, but I apologize for that, but it is on our radar. As you are aware, the Trunk or Treat, which was a prior chamber event, our Parks and Rec Department graciously took on. It was relocated after some recommendations for some safety concerns to Clinton Crossings, who welcomed us. It was the largest turnout they've pretty much have ever had. They tracked this by Candy. So they had over more than 500 children enjoy this event, which was great. So next year will be even better. And I want to specifically thank our partners at Simon Properties and the Park and Rec Department and their team for jumping in, taking this on, and in a short time making it a success. So thank them. I'd like to thank them. Town Hall, we hosted our second annual Pink Casual Dress Day on October 22nd. To help raise money for Smilo, and our team came together when we raised a little over $500 from Clinton that will be going to Smilo. So I thank everyone for that. It was a fun day here. Our police department received a $6,000 donation from a recently newly formed community organization called The Reason. This is going to develop support for Clinton Care, Clinton Assessment and Risk Evaluation Team. the upcoming initiative focused on improving the way we identify and assist individuals in crisis and strengthen follow-up and support within our community. So this is very beneficial to the PD, and I want to thank them for their support and the newly formed organization for working with our PD to help benefit our community and those in need. Election Day was held yesterday. Town Hall was incredibly busy, and voter turnout was very high. I would like to thank the Registrar of Voters and their teams who ran it seamlessly, and I'd like to also thank our town departments, Public Works, and our PD for supporting the process, because it's a lot of moving parts, and it takes team effort, and they always do a great job. The budget process has started. CIPs and emails have gone out to our departments. Bob and I will start meeting with town departments next week. It's an extremely busy time for my office, and we are looking forward to meeting with the departments and coming together to craft a budget that is mindful of the taxpayers and the town's needs. So as we get calendars figured out and budget workshops and all of that, we will get that off to the council so everyone can plan accordingly. I'm also happy to announce that Clinton and Christmas in Clinton is 1 month away starting tomorrow, and it is going to be phenomenal. Just a few updates on it. The auditorium this year is going to be transformed to Santa's Theater. We're going to have sing-alongs. We're going to have a magic show. We're going to have hula hoop displays and activities for kids. The green room that we're in now is going to be converted to the Candy Cane Kitchen. There's going to be a bake sale with Interact Club and Project Grad. All the monies raised will go to those clubs. There's going to be a Christmas pie contest. We were going to do a soup contest. It was just logistically challenging, much more challenging than we had thought, so we're going to do a Christmas pie contest. There will be a trophy at the end for the one who gets the most votes. There's going to be a gingerbread house contest put on by my office, and there will be a trophy for that individual as well. And placemakers will be selling anchors. The Rose Room is going to be converted to Santa's Workshop. This is going to be led by Human Services. It's going to be filled with activities for kids, including face painting, letters to Santa, crafts and games. Morgan and Elliott React will be available also to help with these activities. Piercing School is going to be a kids zone. There's going to be 2 bounce houses and a mini donut truck. Lions Club is doing free hot chocolate. Shellfish Commission will be doing their annual chowder. There will be Morgan Rock Band in the gazebo, and the Clinton Rotary will have a tent to I don't know exactly what they're doing yet. And then the Annex building, the front lawn, will have some food trucks. We have a Mexican food truck. Haven Hot Chicken will be here. We'll have the Snow Globe out for pictures. And some of the other classics that we always look forward to is the fry dough from the fire department. Henry on Main is going to have live music. The fireplaces will be on, and some crafts for kids. Stanton House will be open. The 1630 house is going to be converted into a Santa's Workshop and a photo booth this year. And the Historical Society in Open Brick will be open as well. So we are finalizing all of this, but shout out to placemakers. We would not be able to do this without their support. My office too, specifically Mary, and some members of the town hall staff have been instrumental in this. We will be doing a big social media push starting tomorrow to bring attention to this, and it's going to be great, and we're very excited about it. And Placemakers has also agreed moving forward in the next year that they'll take the lead on this, with obviously our continued support, but I think the roles will be a little bit reversed. Right now, my office is taking the lead. So yes, so it's been very busy, but very exciting, and all good things. So that is my report today.
Thank you. Any questions? No? All right, the chairman's report. Obviously, what's going to reach us now are the assessment letters that have gone out. We've already heard about that. The letters were in there, thanks to Dennis's recommendation. I'm not sure anyone's read them yet, but we'll definitely have to, let them know that they're there to explain anything they have, because the numbers have gone up and people are rather scared about it. So we'll be here to explain. And the campaign is over. Those things are exhausting. And there's always a loss. And we feel the loss of Mike already this morning. So that is all. Council discussion, number 9.
I have one thing for you. Well, or you, Michelle, there's a grant that's available from Connecticut Main Street called the Empower Main Street Grant for Economic Development downtown area. It's got to be applied for by November 14th. It's 25 grand, and we qualify, so maybe we should try to go get the money.
Anybody else?
I had a question, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I had a question, maybe for Michelle, I see Mary's here. So I got a whole bunch of calls, I have no idea how people even knew this, but the winds were like really, really high, and I guess it blew all the sand onto the
Already taken care of.
basketball court.
It's already done.
Like, who goes to the basketball court? It's freezing out, but, and then they said that you were you there, Gary?
Bo asked me to take a look. My company does beach management on a few beaches here, and looking for mitigating winter sand. And obviously him and Todd, basically what we do at other beaches.
Okay.
It's not just the basketball court, it's always every spring, the whole parking lot is sand.
I think it wasn't as, I spoke to Bo about it yesterday, and I think that, it really never was such a big deal down there because there wasn't an area that was utilized, that would be utilized all year round and basketball court. And there was more dunes in the bocce court, so if there was more sand there, it wasn't awful, but now you can't use the basketball court. So I believe Public Works was removing it. If not, they already did. And
Probably won't be till tomorrow because they're expecting high winds tonight, so.
And Bo had said that he was engaging with Gary, and we're gonna try to come up with some kind of a system, at least on the fence side, to prevent the sand or mitigate the sand from coming into that area, because it's going to be an ongoing issue. I reminded him this is our first season with the basketball court, so it wasn't as noticeable in the past. So, so we're aware of that.
Yeah.
Ron?
Dennis?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind the town manager, we were supposed to get a report about the tax situation up there at Indian.
Yes, so
River.
it's on the agenda. There's a executive session for the 3rd, I believe it is, Mary? The 3rd or the next one? It's on the agenda. There is an executive session that is needed I don't know if it's going to be an executive session, but it's definitely on the agenda. And the chart is all ready to show the tax, who's where on the schedule for taxes. It's on the 3rd, so the next meeting. It's
Gonna
on
be
the
very
December 3rd.
important,
December
this
3rd.
upcoming reval.
Well, I don't think any of them are none of them for this upcoming budget are off completely. Because it's
a percentage.
tiered out. Right,
It's
it's
scaling
a
down.
percentage, so it's not,
Yeah,
They should be paying more.
yeah, over time, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So I think we should know about that.
yeah.
We've been
So
coming
this-
into a real challenge with this. I got my reassessment, and I can tell you I ain't happy. If I can sell my house for what they say they can, somebody come right up tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.
right. I think what was brought up I saw some media comments too, is it's based on the assessment it's every 5 years, so 2020. So the value of the house has increased since 2020, not last year, which I think some people got confused. They think, how much could it have increased in 1 year? But I am aware of that, and
So the grand list in, I think Madison was 40% and Old Lyme was 60%. Do we know what our overall grand list percent? We don't know yet.
I do not.
So it's what yours was relative to the grand list. It may not increase you, and then what we do at the mill rate, right?
Right.
So we don't know yet what it means dollars wise.
Right.
But I think we should start planning.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of irate people out there.
And the Indian River is a percentage of the tax liability. So if their value went up, depends on how their property was appraised too.
Correct. So I will double check the chart that I have was prior to the reval going out.
Yeah.
I will check with the tax department. to
Depends on
see.
when it was placed in service, because it was a
It
scheduled
was
over
tiered, and then
time.
they also had COVID, which delayed the whole construction, and And I was going to explain more of that at the next meeting.
Also just wanted to express thanks to Mike for his time here. He joined us in a very difficult time on the council. He was always a voice of reason, extremely rational, and I really enjoyed working with him.
Yep, me too. Anyone else?
We'll find another Board of Commission form we could.
I'm sure there's plenty.
Item number 10, the Town Council Committee Liaison Reports. Does anyone have anything?
Just the Park and Rec Commission, what I shared with them, with the skate park, some of the letters that we received and some of the comments from the town council, just so that they're gonna come to a meeting and talk to us, so I want them to be prepared, and so I shared what I think they should come with. I said, how much is it gonna cost to repair it if we keep it? And I keep pushing, and I don't know if there's a viable solution, but some sort of way to track how many people actually go there and don't go there. They've put up a camera twice, and the camera's been smashed. They dug into the ground and cut the conduit and cut the wire. So the camera situation is really probably not a good idea. And if they put some sort of tracking thing, they're afraid it's just gonna get smashed. If it costs $500, then they smash it. So they got the DPW people looking at it, whatever. I told them I'm not here to come up with the solution, but if you're gonna come to us, try to have all these facts, so that we can make a good decision. So if you have any other things that you want them to come with, let me know, or let them know, or let Michelle know, so that they don't come in and get blindsided, and they know what we'll be looking for.
You can't hook up some type of remote cameras there, wireless, from the school, like a Wi-Fi. I mean, there's got to be some way you could put cameras there without the old-fashioned wires under the ground.
Yeah,
It's quite
yeah.
frankly, I met with Bo actually on Monday, and quite frankly, there's more to it than that. And the commission themselves really, I came back to the commission and I said that they need to come to the council with one recommendation, because they kind of wanted the council to make the decision. And I don't think that that's appropriate. I think that they have the information on usage, crime, and also that the cost of maintaining it. There's a lot of factors that are going into that from what I was presented with, it's not viable. The safety concerns, the lack of use, the cost to maintain it, the total disregard for posted signage, for cameras, for keeping the space. If the community wants it, they all have to be community partners and help keep it maintained. But we have people cutting wires, spray painting. I've seen photos. We have rules up, and they literally went with spray paint and crossed out the rules that they didn't want. And so it's very complex. So Bo is going to talk to the commission to see what their recommendation is and support that recommendation, and then present it to the council. Because the upkeep of it too on the daily is a lot. There's debris going in there, it's tons of graffiti, and it would need a big overhaul, so.
I think, all those things, I've seen and witnessed myself, and I think they're all true. The one thing that we keep saying is lack of usage, and I think that's where the debate happens. I see it when I'm there with soccer. I don't see a lot of usage, but then I hear from other people that people do use it. So it gets into this he said, she said thing,
Right.
where it's like, yeah, there's lack of usage, and other people say it gets used a lot. So that's where I think we just need some proof. Is it being used or is it not being used?
Well, and you also need to, what constitutes a lot of usage too? I mean, if it's 20 people a week and it's, I'm just going to throw a number out there, don't hold me to it, but say it's 200,000 to repair, is the juice worth the squeeze? I mean, so that's where we have to weigh things out, and we need as much data as we can. So I went back to Bode to try to get as much of that. I've been working with the police department to get reports on calls. I have photographs, and it'll be presented to council, and with also an estimate of potentially what the repairs would be. I mean,
Any other liaison reports? No. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Discussion? All in favor? Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. Thank you very much.